number 2. All right, welcome back. This mock exercise, we're going to take a look at cost concept, behavior, and estimation. And we're going to use a question called Hamburger Heaven. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. So Julie Long is a manager of Hamburger Haven, and Julie has been trying to figure out how to do a reasonable profit on a hamburger. So she's trying to cost out how to price out the hamburger, and she wants to achieve 300% of the cost of the ingredients. That's what she wants to price it at. Ms. Long has gathered the following data. So they gave us the data for the hamburger. So they gave us 1 to 10. So let's just do 1 or 2 of them, and then I'll work through the question with you as we read the actual data. So the first one says the hamburger patties are purchased from the distributor. Each pound includes 7 patties, and each pound costs them $1.69. So we're trying to figure out the cost of the hamburger, because look at the required. It says, what is the cost of the ingredient for a plain hamburger? So that's meat and buns only. And it's asking us, the second question says, what is the cost of the materials? And suggest a selling price for a burger with everything on it except for cheese. Okay, and remember, we're going to price it up at 300% markup, right? People are willing to pay 25 cents extra for cheese. What price should Ms. Long charge for a hamburger with everything except cheese if she wants to price a cheeseburger with everything to be 300% of the cost of the ingredients? Should Ms. Long consider her competitor's price in addition to her cost, and explain? Okay, so let's take a look at how do we analyze the cost of the first question, hamburger and meat. Okay, so to do this, I just want to do a really easy chart. And the chart would be cost per unit. And then this would be plain. And this would be cheeseburger with everything. Okay? So I'm going to try to answer both A and B together. So the first one is, we're told that the hamburger patties, it was $1.69, and there's 7 of them, so that's 24.2414. So if I'm selling a plain burger and bun and everything on it, with cheese, it would be the same price, right? The same cost. Now, it says here the buns, hamburger buns, were purchased at $1.29 a dozen. So $1.29 divided by 12, dozen is 12, 0.1075 is the cost of the buns. Now, the third one is, it says dill pickles are purchased by a gallon jar. A gallon costs $8.95, and the gallon consists of about 2,000 pickles, and each 4 slices are placed on each burger. So, what we could do is, we got dill pickles, and I know it costs us $8.95 divided by 2,000 slices times 4 per hamburger. So we've got 0.10179. Nothing goes to the plain. And of course, because of everything on it, they'll get their piece as well there. Okay? Number 4, tomatoes. And tomatoes is 69 cents divided by 4 slices per tomato. Actually, it's 8 slices, sorry. And that is 8 cents. Now, number 5 is lettuce. And lettuce, we're told that lettuce, head of lettuce, is 59 cents. And how many can head of lettuce serve for hamburgers? There's 40 of them, right? Mayonnaise. The jar is $1.49, and we're told that it's 16-ounce jar, and 1/4 ounce of the mayonnaise is placed on a hamburger. So we're going to take 16 ounce times 4. See, part of the important skill set that management accountants need to have is they need to have a clear understanding of cost. And you can start to see how important it is, because if you're going to try to price your hamburger and at a price, you need to know how much it's costing you, because you could be pricing it to a level where you're not even making a profit. So part of the skill set that's required from taking this course, this management accounting course, is to be able to have that sense about or understanding about cost and cost structure. This one is mustard. Mustard is 79 cents each. Again, we're told that mustard is a jar, and they can be used for 150 hamburgers. Ketchup, and that one, the ketchup is 99 cents per jar, and again 50 hamburgers, it covers 50 hamburgers. Cheese. Now, it says that a pound of cheese yields 16 slices. A cheese costs $2.59 a pound, and each hamburger gets 1 slice of cheese. And then finally, onions. Each onion is 15 cents each, and the onions can be chopped and can serve 45 hamburgers. So if you add this all up, you get 0.3489, and this is 0.6815. So to answer for part A, the cost of a plain hamburger is 0.3489. The cost of everything except cheese is 0.6815 minus the cheese. So it's these two numbers. Right? And that gives us 0.5196. Now, so the suggested selling price is going to be this times 300% to give us $1.56. Now, that's the cost of everything except cheese, $1.56. Now, what about if we sell everything? So let's look at cost of everything with cheese. it would just be 0.6815 times 300%, right? Now, so if you think about this, you guys, if we're going to sell, so therefore, if we're going to try to sell a cheeseburger with everything, it'll cost us $2.04, which is what we just calculated here, right? We took 0.6815 times 300%. Okay, therefore, the price of plain burger should be 2.04 minus 25 cents. It's $1.79. Now, you might think that this price is higher. It's unfair because, again, this is higher than, let's say, this price, $1.56. So now you're comparing the two. So versus $1.56, which is cost of everything in part B. So some people think, hey, you know what? It's unfair to charge $1.79. Is there a moral obligation to mark everything up at 300%? So again, there's that dilemma. But it's good to have that clear understanding of how you're pricing these things. And again, one of the management accounting skill set is to be able to figure out what the cost of these things so that you're able to perhaps estimate what prices that they should be charging. Now, it says here, should Ms. Long consider her competitor's price in addition to her cost? And the answer is yes, she should. Now, most organizations are normally price taker. That is, they set price based on what their competitors are currently charging. So if you think about it, Ms. Long's price are too high, volumes will drop, and of course if volumes will drop, customer won't go to the fast food restaurant, they won't sell their hamburgers, and on the other hand, if she's pricing it too low, then she forgoes profits, the revenues will go up, number of orders will go up, but that also means that her profits will also drop. And of course, if prices are too low, what happens? People think the quality of food isn't all there. So it's not, pricing a product isn't just about profitability. It's also about quality perception. So consumers will perceive the quality of goods to be much of lower level if the price of the hamburgers is much cheaper against competitor. So there's a couple of things Ms. Long needs to incorporate. She not only has to be able to figure out the costs and the profit margin she makes of each hamburger or each hamburger with cheese or without cheese, she also has to determine what the competitors are also charging, but more importantly, she needs to be able to determine and assess and predict customers' perception of how things are priced and whether customers are willing to pay a high price or whether they equate price as their level of quality. Okay? Thank you.